Think of this. With 20,000 acres of fertile land, growing a well-planned, market-driven mix of bananas, plantains, coconuts, root tubers, coffee, cocoa, cashews, ginger, vanilla, cannabis, and Nature Island flowers, we set the stage to earn hundreds of millions of dollars annually from the export of these commodities and the health and wellness products that can be created and manufactured from them. Thousands of new sustainable jobs will be created, and equitable value chain participation for all stakeholders in the industries developed around our gift of Nature Island plants will ensure fair shares for the benefits of wealth creation for all. In this basket of high performers in the global trade of agricultural products, cannabis, because of its versatility in providing medicinal, fooding, and clothing and shelter solutions, offers the greatest growth prospects for our Nature Island economy. There is therefore an urgent need for Dominica to consider and come to terms with the issues involved in humanizing, legalizing, and industrializing cannabis in the interest of national health, wellness, and resilient economic development. Madam Speaker, when we included medical marijuana in our 2014 manifesto, our social contract with the people of Dominica, as part of the plan to modernize and grow Dominica's vital agricultural sector, we were guided by growing legalization of cannabis and the economic potential of cannabis extracts, resolving unmet medical needs of patients worldwide. We subsequently participated in education programs organized by the Oracle Group, which broadened and strengthened our understanding. It also caused us to question, why is it that here in Dominica, we are not moving with greater speed and purpose to maximize the varied benefits of cannabis, which have been discussed for many years at meetings of the CARICOM heads of government and are now featured in the report of the CARICOM Commission on Cannabis presented to the CARICOM heads of government meeting earlier this month. Finally, after years of doing nothing to facilitate public discussion and stakeholder consultation, the Prime Minister tells us in this budget statement he wants to organize to talk. Quote, in this financial year, the government will engage stakeholders on issues relating to the use of marijuana in Dominica for medical purposes and possible decriminalization. A task force will be appointed to advance or coordinate the public dialogue, and the CARICOM Regional Commission report will serve as a basis for discussion. Madam Speaker, the Prime Minister continues to fall further and further behind regional leaders on another important socio-economic issue with massive Nature Island development implications. At this rate, we will repeat the experience of the cruise and the tourism industry, where all the critical tools that needed to be put in place to facilitate growth are now being considered 10 and 15 years after they have been implemented elsewhere and the country is experiencing the growth we're talking about. We, Madam Speaker, are continuing our stakeholder consultations on cannabis, and we are currently working to complete an inventory of the cannabis varieties in Dominica to be tested for their medicinal content. We recognize that in the Caribbean, cannabis and Rastafari cannot be separated, that Rastafari has stood alone in the defense of a plant and thereby in defense of the natural systems that comprise our environment. So, we extend our respect for our Caribbean Rastafari brothers and sisters who have stridently, stoically, and knowingly stood up for plants everywhere. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dominica, under the leadership of the United Workers' Party Team Dominica, will recognize the struggles of the Rastafari community in particular, and those in general who suffered over the years of illegality for the embrace of the human development powers of cannabis. And we will take a holistic approach to building a viable cannabis industry that will protect traditional stakeholders and ensure no interest group is left behind in sharing the wealth, wellness, and economic development benefits. In recent months, Madam Speaker, I have had the privilege of discussing the growth potential of the market for cannabis-based medicinal and wellness products with leading industry players in the U.S. And news reports from around the world, and especially from North America, allow us to witness how an industry in 2 to 3 years is energizing an already robust economy, how jobs are being created. 18,000 jobs in the state of Colorado alone. People are excited about learning new things, creating non-harmful products. And just like that, agriculture is now cool again for young people, with all the opportunities for new employment in the cannabis products industry. We believe, Madam Speaker, that Dominica must get on board now to take advantage of the increasing opportunities for job creation, foreign exchange, earnings, and a wealthier nation. In addition, the availability and affordability of cannabis-based medicinal and wellness products will significantly reduce the incidence of non-communicable diseases and thereby lead to a healthier nation. A share of the global cannabis industry can deliver the lift we desperately need for the rural economy and strong livelihood restoration post-Maria. As such, our agenda for change will have the legalization of cannabis with strict regulations to protect our children as a pillar to revive the vital agricultural sector in Dominica and as a fundamental part of the overall strategy for economic resilience.